And what did you know about Kona? I mean, obviously, since you were fairly new to the sport, you're going into the stuff a little bit blind, and Kona has all this tradition and history and the lava and Madame Pele. Going over there for you, what impressed you about that first time there, and how did you adapt to not really knowing much about this new sport?
Yeah, I didn't know that much about Hawaii, but prior to becoming a professional triathlete, I really didn't, and it was only through speaking to the likes of Belinda Granger and all of the other athletes that I learned about it. I didn't know about the history, and I have to say I didn't really have a full appreciation for the magnitude and significance of the event. Even I think after I won the first year. I was kind of nervous going in. I'd never sat on a time trial bike. So I got my first time trial bike after Singapore. So I had like 5 weeks to learn to ride this, this new machine. And I was still fiddling with the setup going into Kona, like even the days before the race in Kona. But I went there just wanting to race. I love to race. I really, really enjoy the Ironman and the Ironman distance and all the highs and the lows and the challenges it presents. So I was just excited to be there, and it's a beautiful place, and it has some of the best, it's where triathlon began, and it had all of the best athletes in the world assembled. Right. So I was excited about the opportunity to kind of pit myself against them. I knew that I was training well because obviously I was training within a team, and many of the other girls were actually going to Hawaii. So I knew how I was doing relative to them. But winning Hawaii never even crossed my mind. It was something that someone else does. I was hoping for a top 10.
So you were as surprised as all the rest of us were when you won that thing.
I mean, I hardly knew who Chrissie Wellington was, let alone anyone else. Everyone says, Chrissie who, Chrissie who, Chrissie who.
So when you were, because you came out of the water a little bit back, and you basically blitzed your way through the field, and when you were passing these people like Kate Major and McKeely Jones and all these, former Ironman champions, did you have a clue who any of these people were?
No.
There's the girl with the curly hair. There's the girl on the pink bike. And this other girl keeps coming up to talk to me. They say her name's Paula Newby something. I don't know who the heck she is.
Oh, that was embarrassing. Oh, no, that's another story, but I didn't know who Dave Scott and Mark Allen were when they came up to me. I only knew who Mark Allen was because he had a T-shirt.
He had Mark Allen online. Okay, yes, you knew him.
No, I really didn't.
Yeah.
I really didn't. But I think ignorance was bliss. I didn't defer to anyone. I was just racing my own race, and I was as surprised as everyone else when I went into the lead. And I was just so happy. I couldn't believe I'm in the lead and the World Championships, and it just seemed so surreal to me, so surreal. And I just kept expecting someone to come past.
Right.
Someone will come past. And no one did, and then on the run, someone will catch me, someone will catch, and they never did, and
That's sort of a surprise, huh?
It was, it was just incredibly surreal experience.
Now, were your parents at that first Ironman?
No, they were on holiday in Italy. I think that they. I never really even told that many people that I was racing there. So I crossed the line, and you were probably there, Bob.
I was there. I was there going, what's your name and how do you spell it? Who the hell are you? Where's McKeely? Where were you?
I'd say who's McKeely. But, it was a huge shock to me.
Yeah.
Really.
And how did it change your life, winning that race?
It's changed my life in so many wonderful, wonderful ways. Most importantly, it's enabled me to have a platform that I never, ever thought I would have.
Yeah.
I've always dreamed of having an opportunity whereby I can really feel that I'm making a difference and affecting positive change. And winning this race has given me a platform to do exactly that. I mean, triathlon isn't soccer or baseball or basketball, but I still think that we as professional triathletes do have an opportunity, and winning the race and winning it now 3 times has given me an opportunity that I never thought I would have. So that's the first way in which it really has changed my life. I've met some fantastic people through this sport, other professionals, the amateur athletes, their families, people through the media. I mean, I've really been very fortunate to meet some really fantastic and very, very inspirational people. And people come up to me and say, "Oh, you're an inspiration to me." But for me, many of the people that I've met, have really helped and inspired me. I've also now got the opportunity to support my family,
right,
as well, and that means a lot to me to be able to do that. And I mean, my life has just changed beyond recognition.
As somebody who's obviously very educated and a very bright woman, when you're out there, I mean, triathlon is a very self-indulgent sport. It's something that you can, when you're out there sometimes riding, running, swimming, and you can question yourself and go, should I just be out here doing all this training? Isn't there something more important? How important does the other side of it, the fact that you're giving back, the fact that you have Tribal.com, the fact that you work with the Blaze Foundation, the fact that you're working with a lot of other amateur athletes, how much does that help you when you're out there on those 6, 7, 8-hour training days?
It drives me each and every day. And that people often ask me, what drives you, what motivates you, what keeps you going, and it's the knowledge that the more I can achieve in the sport, the more I can achieve out of it. And truly, I really sincerely mean that. It's often what I think about in training and while I'm racing. If I can win this race, I can roll in memory of John Blaze. I can give a victory speech and speak about the things that I'm passionate about. I can meet people on the finish line, and I can have an opportunity to talk about the causes that I care about. When I first started the sport, I distinctly remember saying to Brett, I don't know how long before, this was way before
Sure.
Hawaii. I said to him, I don't know if I can be a professional triathlete. It's so self-indulgent. I feel so selfish. And he said, just you wait. He said, in time, you'll be able to make more positive change in the world than you could ever imagine. And I think that scenario, I guess, is coming true. But no, it's incredibly important to me to be more than just a swim, bike, and runner. I want my legacy to be more than a time and a victory on a page or in a record book. Because I think what will be the lasting legacy is if I actually do something with the opportunity, with the position that I have.